Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2013 look at the NCHSAA playoffs. I'm Dale Ross.
Now the pet man, Matt Morrow.
Matt, this next first round game is number 13, A.L. Brown. This is out of the 4A bracket. It's 7-4. A.L. Brown 7-4, going over to play Charlotte Catholic, the number 4 seed, at 9-2. These two teams faced each other last season in the third round of the 3AA playoffs. And Catholic won that ball game 49-18. I mentioned to you I've been to probably 2 or 3 A.L. Brown Charlotte Catholic playoff games in the last 10 years. It seems like every year these two teams face each other. Last year wasn't a pretty matchup, and I'm afraid this year might not be any better.
Yeah, we reference a lot with that Vance game we saw with Brown.
Yes. And
Vance was able to run the ball very well and put up 40 points, and they still lost. But with Catholic, it's not a lot, to say.
No, there's not.
Offensively, just do what you do. Make them stop Elijah Hood, and they'll have some special scheme like every team does, but they've seen everything over the years.
Yeah.
I think on defense they got to be able to contain the quarterback. Like we said, if it's Damon Johnson, he's more of an athletic kid. If Ramirez is back, he's more of a traditional type drop back quarterback. And just play discipline defensively. With the Catholic offense, they're going to grind it out and they're going to control the clock. Defensively, just don't give up the big play.
Right.
If they don't let them beat you over the top, don't get sucked in on play action. Bootlegs, things like that, because Coach Newsom has all this stuff in his playbook. He's very diversified, and he knows when to take shots and be conservative and such. So just kind of lay back, come up, make the play, and make them earn it. I think for A.L. Brown, you got to do what Providence didn't do last week, which is throw the ball. I think you got to spread them out and get a fast tempo going on offense, get the game going at your speed. You don't want to play at the Catholic speed where you're grinding it out and such. They're used to that. That plays into their hands. You got to change the tempo up and get them out of their comfort zone. I'd attack the middle of the field in the passing game. If you're Catholic, you're scared of getting beat, deep over the top down the sidelines. I think the middle of the field is where you want to go. Elijah Hood plays defense as well. He's very aggressive. He comes up, makes a lot of tackles. You can get some play action at him and maybe get behind him and, try something like that. But, A.L. Brown has a great tradition. They didn't play well last week. They lost to Hopewell at home for that number 3 seed, which is why they're in this game. So, they're not playing their best football right now, but, playing Catholic, sometimes it brings out the best in people, and sometimes it brings out the worst. We got to keep in mind, Marvin Ridge almost upset Catholic a couple years ago in the first round in this kind of same type of matchup. So, they can be had, but it's a tall order here for A.L. Brown, given the way they're playing and the injury at quarterback with Ramirez. We don't know if he's going to be available or not.
So the advantages for Brown, I think, are that they run a similar offense. So they know the offense that Catholic runs.
Yeah.
So, Coach Newsom's ran the wing tee forever. He runs a little more modified wing tee than Catholic does, but they do, the base offense is the same. The base offense for Catholic is a T formation, but now that Catholic has all their players back, they're able to run more wing T. So there's not going to be any surprises to the A.L. Brown defense. They see it in practice, so they know about the misdirection and such. The advantage is that the offense that Newsom employs is a little more modified from the wing T, so they do throw the ball more. He does have more passing options out of it. So whether they can bring those to bear like he was able to at Butler's, to be seen. But obviously that's what it's going to take to beat Catholic. I'm kind of thinking, I hear what you're saying about the up tempo, but I've also seen Catholic just get right in that groove of up tempo. They've had some games that they've really put some points up. So, you almost got to think with the way things have been going with the Brown. I'm almost thinking that I would want to try to keep it lower score and keep it, try to keep it, play everything in front of me on defense, try to catch everything, make, not allow any big plays out of Catholic, make them work and drive and grind down, and make them use more of the clock so that I can keep the game kind of in a game like what West Mecklenburg played, where they were able to keep the score down, and you can keep it within 1 or 2 scores, and then you have an opportunity. But holding Hood down is going to be a big task. We saw them in the Vance game, and I just don't think they got the defense like how West Mecklenburg's got to be able to stop Hood or slow Hood down. It's hard to stop that guy.
Right.
Mallard Creek's really the only team you can bring to bear to stop him, but it'll be an interesting ball game. It'll be interesting in seeing how A.L. Brown handles it. For A.L. Brown to keep it from being like last season, it's gonna be a big order. Catholic put up 49 last year, and I could see them. I could see that possibility happening here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keffer Stadium, it's going to be a tough one for Brown. Brown, I think, is only won one meeting between these two as well. The record's not good for Brown versus Catholic. So, interesting ball game for you Kannapolis folks. You know the routine. I think you've been there many, many times. You've had to go to Catholic, so you know the whole routine of parking and how early you need to get there to find yourself a place to sit, how many of you can make it, because Brown is a good traveling team.
Yes, they are.
We saw a lot of fans at that Vance game, so I'd expect they're going to bring even more to this. Good luck to everybody. Can't predict the final score, but I do believe that Brown, you got a lot of work ahead of you to pull this one out. Thanks.
Sweet 99 for all you can eat while I'ma stuff my face to a broken beat. We're gonna walk inside and guess what's up? Put the food on my plate, add some coke in my cup. Give me some chicken.